right, on each side of your headset you have volume control knobs. You can use each one, that will control each ear individually. You almost want to kiss that microphone, having it right in front of your lips so that we can all talk back and forth to one another. Located right here at the top of the canopy, we have a camera that's mounted. We can see ourselves up here on this monitor. If everyone would, wave at that camera and say hello! Hello! Fabulous! Looks like there's just a couple seconds before we can take off. Got another aircraft coming in, landing behind us. It'll be just another couple of seconds. I've got a little air conditioning turned on. Got these overhead vents here on the front. Got those there. Got those overhead vents for you there in the back.
Got one facing you. You been in one before?
Very briefly.
Really? Well, when we were in Alaska, they had one going for dog sledding.
Yeah.
So we went for the dog sledding trip up the glacier.
Yeah.
On the snow and everything. It was awesome.
Sledding? Wait, did they go fast? Or?
Yeah, they go pretty fast.
Alright, looks like we got a big thumbs up, so we're going to take off now.
That was really good.
Here we go. Woo!
Oh, that's a lot quicker than the last one.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Maverick Helicopters. Welcome to the Grand Canyon. Once again, my name is Ryan. If you have any questions at all, don't hesitate to ask. Just another few moments and we'll be right on over the Grand Canyon. The first thing we're going to see is the south entrance to the Grand Canyon. It'll be coming out the right-hand side. Coming out the left-hand side will be the Grand Canyon sign, or where everybody likes to get their picture taken. It'll be a really quick look, so keep your eyes open. Just about right down underneath us. Over here on the right-hand side, there's the south entrance to Grand Canyon. Over here on the left-hand side, that is the Grand Canyon sign. Hello, everyone! Right now we're flying over what is called the Kaibab National Forest. This is one of the largest national forests here in the United States. About as far as your eye can see is the Carlsbad National Forest. Have to look down in between the trees. We might catch a glimpse of maybe an elk or a deer. Maybe even a bobcat or a mountain lion if you look real close. The next thing we want to point out right here below is the Grand Canyon Railroad tracks. They originate in Williams, Arizona. That's at the left-hand side of the aircraft, approximately 70 kilometers. Takes them over to Grand Canyon Village. That is at the right-hand side of the aircraft, approximately 2 or 3 kilometers. Everybody good with meters and kilometers and all that kind of stuff?
Yep.
Now we can finally start getting a little altitude. Take a look at what we're looking at. Now, the Grand Canyon was created between 6 and 8 million years ago, and that was all due to the uplifting of the Colorado Plateau. Now, to give you an idea of just how large the Colorado Plateau is, it's several hundred kilometers in every direction from where we are right now. Excuse me.
Thank you.
Thank you. Once the Colorado Plateau started lifting up, that's when the Colorado River started to dig its way down through what is now called the Grand Canyon. In another few seconds, we will be right out over the middle of what Mother Nature has left for us to see today. How was the ride over from Vegas?
Yeah, it was
Not
good.
bad?
Yeah, it was great.
Sweet.
A little bit of turbulence made it fun.
Yeah. Now, ladies and gentlemen, once again, welcome to Maverick Helicopters. Appreciate you flying with us today, and welcome to the Grand Canyon. Over there on the right-hand side of the aircraft, that is the mighty Colorado River you see down there in the bottom. Now, the Colorado River extends from the state of Colorado all the way down to the northern part of Mexico and empties into the Gulf of Cortez. It travels approximately 2,000 kilometers. At the widest point of the Colorado River, it's about 100 meters wide. At the deepest points, approximately 20 meters deep. Now, if you look closely down there at the river, you might actually see some river raptors. However, they are going to look kind of small. The boats themselves are only about 7 meters long, and we are looking at the river from 1,600 meters up. And the Grand Canyon is 440 kilometers long. That starts at Lee's Ferry, Lake Powell, and Glen Canyon Dam. That is at the kind of the front right-hand side of the aircraft, approximately 100 kilometers out there. That runs all the way down to Lake Mead, which is just down near Las Vegas. Just ahead of us and over here on the left side of the aircraft, we can see two big pieces of rock. The one on the right is called Confucius Temple. The one on the left is called Mencius Temple. They are named after the Chinese scholars. Over here on the right side of the aircraft, down there in this cliff area, if you can make out a heart shape in that cliff area, that is considered to be the heart of the canyon. There's not much wildlife that lives down the bottom of the canyon, mainly reptiles, lizards, snakes, things of that nature. Most of the bigger game stay up on the north rim, which is out there ahead of us, or back there on the south rim, which is where we came from. As you can see, it's also starting to get a lot greener here on the north rim. That is due to the amount of moisture they get here on the north rim compared to the south rim. South rim gets less than half of the amount the north rim gets. North rim gets approximately 3.5 meters of snowfall each year. Now looking out up here ahead of us, this is the north rim of the Grand Canyon. Now if you wanted to drive from the south rim to the north rim up here, it would take you approximately 5.5 hours. We've done this trip in just a little over 15 minutes. Now here we're going to make a little jaunt up through the trees. Got a few ponderosa pine trees out there, a few juniper trees, also a couple of quake and aspen groves mixed in between, and maybe a blue spruce every now and again. Now we just crossed over the Dragon Tail, which is out the right-hand side of the aircraft. Out in front of the Dragon Tail is the Dragon Back. And out ahead of the Dragon Back, we're going to see the Dragon Head in just a few more seconds. One thing we do want to point out to everyone is on both sides of the aircraft. One is the fall colors are starting to come into bloom. And also this 75-meter cliff we see. This is called the Coconino. It is 275-million-year-old petrified desert. So you can imagine not long ago, this entire area was covered by nothing but sand and sand dunes. Now all the layers of rock below the Coconino layer, they were all formed under a warm water environment, like a swamp. And those swampy areas contained a lot of iron. Now that is the reason why we get the reddish color below the Coconino layer, because that iron is actually rusting. This big dome rock that we see coming into view out the right-hand side of the aircraft, that is the Dragon Head. Here in just another couple of seconds, you can just see it now coming into view as the nose of the dragon. That is just out in front of the Dragon Head, and all of the red rock down below the nose is considered to be the fire coming out of the dragon's mouth, and that's why they call this the dragon. Over here on the left-hand side of the aircraft, this big mountain, that is called Shivan Temple. That is named after a Hindu goddess, meaning destroyer. Well, and if you missed them on the way out, those two big pieces of rock once again. One on the right is Confucius Temple, the one on the left is Mencius Temple. Over here on the left-hand side of the aircraft, way down there in the bottom, you might be able to make out some dark-colored rock. You can also see that same dark-colored rock over here on the lower right-hand side. This is called the Vishnu Schist, and it is 2 billion years old. Grand Canyon is one of the only places in the world you can view 2 billion years of geological history. Needless to say, the Grand Canyon is not the deepest canyon in the world. However, it is the largest and the widest. There are two other canyons that are a little bit deeper. One is in the northern part of Mexico, and the other one is in the northwest part of the United States, or in Idaho, and that one is called Hell's Canyon. Now we see the Colorado River coming back into view down there. Now in this section of the Colorado River, we generally see Class 4 and Class 5 rapids. Now Class 5 rapid means the rapids are 15 feet or 5 meters tall. However, once again, it is difficult to see that from 1,600 meters up. One of the nastiest rapids here in the Grand Canyon is on the lower right-hand side. Those are called the Crystal Rapids. Out here on the left-hand side, just upstream a little bit difficult to make it out with the water being so muddy. But those are called Creek Rapids.
Spring the sweet rhythm dance in my head and slip them.
Way out there in the distance, you can see a bunch of mountain peaks kind of out here on the left-hand side. Those are all called the San Francisco Peaks. Now, they were all formed under some kind of volcanic activity. That tallest one you see out on the left-hand side of all these other peaks, that is called Mount Humphreys. Mount Humphreys is an extinct volcano. However, 900 years ago, it did erupt, blowing the top 2,000 meters off. Now it's just a little more than 4,000 meters tall. That is the highest point here in Arizona. As you can see, we've got a couple of fires that are out and about. Both of those were started by lightning strikes yesterday afternoon. Over here on the left-hand side of the aircraft, but out there in the distance just a bit, you can see a few rooftops that are sticking above the canopy of the trees. Now, a little more towards the left, you might be able to see a taller structure there. All those, that entire area over there is the Grand Canyon Village. This taller structure is the El Tovar Hotel, very beautiful, luxurious hotel, built back in 1908. In 1919 is when the Grand Canyon became a national park. All the water from the Grand Canyon Village drains right over here into these reclamation ponds here in front of us. It is then filtered out, reused in other areas of the park. Once again, right down here below us, the Grand Canyon Railroad tracks.
They just let those fires burn, or will they attempt to put them out?
They're in the process of attempting to put them out. Now, they're controlling the burn, meaning that they were started by lightning, and so they want to let as much of Mother Nature take hold as possible. And so if they come into a contact with like a structure, or human life, or something to that effect, yes, they will go in and put it out. But for the most part, they kind of want to let nature take its course. Well, that mountain you see out there in front of us that's all by itself, that is called Red Butte. Now, Red Butte is considered by the Native Americans in the area as the lungs of the canyon, or breathing life into the canyon. So it's very sacred ground to them. Now, all this other material around Red Butte, or all this other land area, used to be the same height as Red Butte, but over the millions of years of erosion, all this other material has eroded away, and Red Butte has resisted that erosion process because it is an ancient volcanic flow. Ladies and gentlemen, we're on final approach back into the helipad. Sit back, relax, enjoy yourselves. Once again, thanks for flying with Maverick Helicopters today. Enjoy the rest of your stay here at the Grand Canyon. All right, now if everyone would do me one more favor, and that's wave to this inside camera once again and say goodbye.
Bye.
Oh, come on, we need more energy than that. Come on, everyone, say goodbye.
Bye.
That's better.